tutorial from Bites. Today we'll be making mustard Dijon and dill salmon paste to make a lovely salmon dinner that's flavorful and your whole family will enjoy. So I'll be using about 1 tablespoon of dill, half a cup of Dijon mustard, and half a kilogram of salmon, and then we'll get to some of the spices that we'll add later on. We're gonna start by chopping up our dill. So I have some fresh dill here. You can also use dill seasoning if you already have it in your spice cabinet, so that would work as well, but I prefer the fresh dill. So I'm gonna cut off the stems and we're just gonna chop this up. If you enjoyed this tutorial, be sure to like the video and comment below and tell us what you think. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. Next, we're gonna melt some butter. I'm gonna use 1 teaspoon of butter, and then you'll need some as well for coating the bottom of your glass dish. So let's let that melt. Okay, so these 3 things, now that we have our melted butter, will consist of the base for your paste. So like I said, we're gonna use half a cup of Dijon mustard, and I have French's here. So. This is for half a kilogram of fish. If you're making a kilogram, just again, double it up. And you might be left with some paste, so you can always put it in the fridge and use it again. And I need 1 tablespoon of dill from what you chopped earlier. And we'll need 1 teaspoon of melted butter. The butter really adds to the flavor. You're welcome to substitute olive oil. So we can mix all this up. Now let's add our spices. So the spices I'm gonna add to the paste are onion powder, paprika, garlic powder, and salt and pepper to taste. So I have half a teaspoon of onion powder, half a teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of paprika, and salt and pepper to taste. I'm using pink rock salts, the Himalayan salts here, but you can use regular table salt if you wish. So we mix all that up. And your paste is ready to go. Using some of the leftover melted butter you have, you can coat the bottom of your dish. You could use any dish. I'm using an actual container of Tupperware. I prefer glass dishes. I'm using this just because we're gonna marinate it for at least at minimum an hour. I'm actually gonna marinate it overnight to really let the flavor soak in, but as long as you do 1 hour of marinating, you should be good to go. So we're just gonna coat the bottom of our dish. You could use any glass dish you have that's suitable for the size, or even a tin dish. I haven't used a tin dish, but I'd recommend, sorry, that you use a glass dish. I have here a club-sized kilogram of salmon, fresh Atlantic salmon. It's boneless, skinless. And I'm gonna this recipe is suitable for dinner for two. So I'm gonna use half of this, half a kilogram. But if you're feeding the whole family, like I said, double up on the paste. So let's open this guy up. And I'm just gonna wash our salmon. Necessarily cut your salmon into the portions that you're going to be serving it. You could use it as the entire fillet or the full fillet, but I prefer to coat the paste all along the sides of the salmon as well. So now we're going to put them in our glass dish just to save the mess. And let's start coating. This is actually a great, if you are making a family meal, something really easy to get your kids involved in. It's an easy paste to make. That's pretty well coated. As you can see, I did use most of the paste here. We have maybe a teaspoon left. If you want, some people like to use it as dip, or you can refrigerate it for use next time. So I did say we should marinate this for at least an hour. You could also marinate it overnight. So I'm gonna put this lid on and refrigerate it for now. So now that we have marinated the fish, it's ready to be put into the oven, and we're gonna cover it with foil paper and cook for 20 minutes and then uncovered for 5 minutes. So we're gonna bake at 400 degrees, let your oven fully preheat, and then when it's ready to go, you can put in your marinated fish. And there you have it. There's our finished fresh Atlantic salmon. You can pair this with roasted vegetables, rice, quinoa, anything you'd like, and make for a great family meal. Enjoy.